Okay, and then it's like why you shouldn't over edit. Basically, it's the same idea. I think you're gonna presume. Um, essentially, like the whole foundation of the strategy is you being okay with who you are at your core and being authentic, sharing your knowledge and sharing your heart into the world, right? But if you're not secure in that and you're overcompensating with editing, for example, right, or anything else, then you kind of like you don't get to train the crux, the core, the main weapon of this whole strategy. So that's why I'm just like be as raw as possible, be as like FaceTime to your best friend or your mom as possible, right? That energy. Like you have to practice that energy because you have to know that energy at its core is enough. And when you realize that it's enough, you don't feel this need to compensate and cover it up with all this cosmetic shit, and music and editing, right? To make it into something, right? Like in the beginning, it's gonna take some time for you to develop your core essence and maybe the way you express. Maybe I don't know. It depends on you. Some people get it straight away once you give them the right cue. But if you don't practice just showing up as you, then you never get to discover who you really are and how you really feel like. And people don't really get to know that. And then it's like every single video, you have to overcompensate by doing a lot of crazy editing just to like ensnare and catch, and trap people's attention. It's like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to be real and authentic, right? Um, yeah. So like to get over the performance aspect, like that's why, I'm like just do it fast, don't over edit. So you learn to understand and love yourself. Because without that, this whole strategy goes down the toilet. Like you can do other strategies where they talk more about like using the right hooks and things like that, and kind of ways to manipulate people into giving your attention. But this is not this strategy. Okay, this strategy is different. This is from the heart. This is about being real. So you have to learn to be real first and foremost before you lay on all the cosmetic shit. Like once you know how to be real, then you can do all the filters and editing you want, right? um but by that time you probably don't even feel the need to do it because you kind of realize you found something even greater. Yeah. They say the best technique is no technique, that kind of energy. I do say subtitles is a good idea, when you're editing, because it helps people understand you better, especially, if they're not good at English or your English isn't very clear. It's a good way to make it more clear for the sake of educating people, right? Because it's about the service. But if you really didn't feel like it, you don't have to put subtitles either. Like, if you just genuinely feel like what you sent was the fucking truth and it's enough, then just send it. You don't need subtitles every time. Like even subtitles can become a gimmick at a certain point. So um, subtitles are also optional in the editing process. If you don't have the time, you don't feel like it. It's still better that you just show up and say your piece without subtitles and being, than not putting it on because you feel like it's not good enough without subtitles. You get it. Um, yeah, feel your heart, feel your truth. Once you understand your core energy, your frequency, then you can play with all the other gimmicks you want to. Yeah, and I wrote it's like imagine you're like encoding. Woo! Woo! You're encoding energy into every video that you make, and that energy is ultimately, in my opinion, what determines if it goes viral or it does well or not, right? Not the editing, not the scripting, but the energy of you as you show up. It's like you're packaging that magic and that lightning into the bottle, into real, right? But if that energy isn't there, like even if your script is perfect, you say it perfectly, and you edit perfectly and everything, right? If your core energy isn't there, then it's like you're editing trash, right? Like as much as you can decorate trash, it's still trash, right? But even if you don't decorate gold, you just show up with gold, right? Just this gold, it might be covered in some dirt because you just dug it up. Holy fuck, that's still gonna be worth a fuck ton, right? That's what we're after. We're after the gold within your, um, within your heart, I suppose. So try and put gold into every video. The editing and everything else is just, ribbons on top of the gold.